morning, HEC. We are Monday, August 2nd, 2021. My name is Ryan Squeezy, and welcome to Legal Action, where we present you the striking legal issue of the week. Today, we heard that Scarlett Johansson, Marvel superstar that we all know and love, is filing a legal complaint against the Walt Disney Company, parent company of her employers. It appears that Disney has caused Marvel to breach their contractual agreement with Scarlett based on the theatrical release of the movie Black Widow. Now let's turn to Fabien Schifo from the Legal Fact Department.
Thank you, Ryan. Last Thursday, Periwinkle Entertainment, which represents Scarlett Johansson, who starred in the new Black Widow movie as Natasha Romanoff, filed a lawsuit against Walt Disney. This lawsuit was filed with the Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles. Now, we all know that Black Widow is a Marvel movie, and as such, the original contract is with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But as Walt Disney is the parent company of Marvel, and in the sense of Unitrop Principle 521, it can be interpreted as a third party. This lawsuit is filed against Disney directly. The reason why it is filed against Disney directly is also because Disney decided to release this movie simultaneously in movie theaters, cinemas, and on their streaming platform, Disney+. The contract states that the release of the movie shall be a wide theatrical release of the picture, which means it shall be screened in no less than 1,500 screens. Now, as I said, Disney launched this movie simultaneously on their streaming platform Disney Plus and in movie theaters. This is something that has never been done before by Disney. So Scarlett Johansson, who has already done a lot of movies with Disney and has experience with the release of those movies, expected that Black Widow would be no different, and that it would also have an exclusive release in cinemas like all the other movies before. So no release on the streaming platform Disney Plus, at least for a couple of weeks after it was launched in the cinemas. That's why she agreed to this contractual agreement, which also allowed her to get bonuses based on box office income. So her money was actually based on the fact that people go to movie theaters and spend their money on tickets. Now, what Disney did was actually pretty clever. They put this movie on their streaming platform, took away those bonuses, so they did not have to pay Scarlett Johansson, and put that money in their own pocket by launching the movie on their own streaming platform, promoting their streaming platform, and having people pay for the movie. This is why Scarlett Johansson, who has potentially lost a lot of money, now filed a lawsuit against the Walt Disney Company.
Thank you, Fabien, for giving us the actual facts. Now let's turn to the interview section with Carl to see how the public actually watched Black Widow.
Thank you, Ryan. Now let's go interview some people on the streets. Excuse me, do you have a moment for a quick interview?
I'm sorry, I really don't have time. I'm going for a tennis class right
now. Oh, there's some nice people. Hey, excuse me.
Hi.
What's your name?
James.
James?
Summer.
Summer.
Yeah.
James and Summer, have you watched the new Black Widow movie from Marvel?
Oh, actually, I've seen it in the theater, and I invited my friends to come with me, but they all have seen that movie on the Disney platform, so I saw it alone.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I have saw it on Disney platform.
Ah, okay. So none of your friends joined
Yeah.
because they all saw it on the platform already.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Bad luck. Thanks. Have a good day and
Yeah,
Have a
have
good
a
day,
good
you
day.
too. See you. Bye.
Hey, excuse me, guys. Do you have a minute?
Yes, of course.
Have you guys watched the new Black Widow movie?
Yes, actually, we watched it together
Ah, okay. Where did you watch it together?
on Disney Plus.
Ah, okay, nice. You can watch it several times on Disney Plus, right?
Actually, I watched it another time with your hot girlfriend the second day.
With my girlfriend? Oh man, that sucks, but you can do that on Disney
Yeah,
Plus.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I see. Okay, thanks guys.
Have a great
good
day. No worries.
Bye.
Bye.
That's what Disney Plus does to you.
Thank you, Carl. We now understand how the release of Black Widow on Disney Plus at the same time as in cinemas impacted the theatrical release of the movie. Let's now turn to Scarlett Johansson's actual lawyer, Periwinkle, to see their opinion on the matter. Hello, Periwinkle. How are you doing today?
Oh, hello, Ryan. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Why don't you talk us through the actual legal complaint that you are filing against Disney?
Oh, sure. So we had this contract with Marvel where Black Widow, the movie that Scarlett is acting in right now, would be having a typical wide theatrical release. That means it has to run in theaters for 9 weeks at least, like the other Marvel movies have done before. But they didn't, and we have to now sue Disney for it.
I understand. But just tell me one thing. Why do you think and why do you believe that wide theatrical release means only in cinemas and cinemas only for at least 9 weeks?
Okay, so if you look at the other Marvel movies that were released, like the Avengers, they always stay on at least for 9 weeks. Scarlett has acted in the movies before, she's done a lot of movies with them, and every time it was at least on the theater screens for 9 weeks at least.
Okay, I get it now. Well, you know what? Why don't we have a look at what Disney CEO Bob Chapek had to say upon hearing that you filed a legal complaint against them?
Sure.
Hi Bob, how are you doing today?
Hi Ryan, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Well, I guess you've heard it. Scarlett Johansson and her lawyers are suing Disney because they think that it has caused Marvel to breach a contractual agreement with Scarlett Johansson based on the theatrical release of the movie Black Widow. What do you think about that?
Well, from the point of view of Disney, this is completely ridiculous. It's a fake claim because we have a contractual agreement with Periwinkle and Scarlett Johansson, but this contractual agreement says that the movie has to be screened at 1,500 screens at least, which it did. So this fake claim is obviously completely fabricated and ridiculous.
I understand. Thank you very much for coming today.
You're welcome.
Wow, what do you think of that, Periwinkle?
Well, that's completely blasphemous. I don't agree to that. When Marvel signed their contract with us, they said that it will be a typical wide release in the theaters, and they gave it to us in writing, like the other Marvel movies out there, right?
Yeah.
And then they had told us that should the conditions change or there is some changes in the contract, they will first contact us, and then the changes would be made.
I understand. But tell us what exactly happened when they officially announced that Black Widow would go out on Disney Plus at the same time as in cinemas.
Well, they were supposed to discuss it with us, but they did not. And then it looks like it's a breach of contract and we should have reached an understanding. We came to them, we tried to negotiate with them, we tried to contact them over and over again, but they never came back to us. So.
I get it now. Well, now that we have all the opinions of both parties, let's now turn to the actual legal department to see what the law actually says on the matter.
Thank you, Ryan. We've heard both the sides, we've seen the facts, we've seen the reporting and how the general public reacted to it. Now we'll go to the legal consultation part. You can see that we have been calling Disney as a third-party beneficiary. It's based on the precedents of the Vedanta versus the plantation workers case out there in the United Kingdom. Also on the basis of the Russian company Arvan versus the US government case dated May 30th in the International Court of Arbitration. We've been seeing that Disney has been forcing Marvel to act inconsistently, and it's based on the Unidroit Principle 1.8. It is the main issue here. It can also be considered to be acting in bad faith based on the Unidroit Principle 4.2. So this is the main issue that we are trying to highlight, that Disney has been moving away from its previous behavior, stating from theatrical releases of the May, February, but then finally releasing it in July in both the platforms without any discussion, without having any other interference or any other agreement with the third party or with every other party out there. So this is the main issue we wanted to highlight.
Well, here you have it, folks. It seems that Disney is in big trouble and should maybe pay more attention to the contractual agreements its subsidiaries have with their employees before launching new strategies. It was Ryan Squeezy for Legal Actions. I hope you have a good day.